बेल लेना पड़ा। हाँ, ये सब भाषण दे रहे थे कि बेल नहीं लेंगे, कुछ नहीं लेंगे। क्या हुआ? आंखिर में चूहे जैसे आए।
Thank you. There all this hype and hoopla was unnecessary by the press. In deference and great respect to the court, we all appeared through counsel and each of the accused appeared except accused number 6, Mr. Sam Petroda, who has a medical problem. He was granted exemption for his medical problem. It is unfortunate that for the others, Dr. Swami insisted on passport conditions which are totally unnecessary for those who have deep roots in society and have occupied high public offices. The judge declined Dr. Swami's request and the judge has now put the matter for the 20th of February. In other words, all the accused except Mr. Sam Petroda, who was exempted, have received bail unconditionally without conditions.
आज अदालत में मैं साफ मन से पेश हुई हूँ, जैसे कि किसी भी कानून का पालन करने वाले नागरिक को करना चाहिए। देश के कानून बिना किसी भय और पक्षपात के सभी के ऊपर बराबर लागू होते हैं। मुझे जरा भी संदेह नहीं है, सच्चाई सामने आएगी। हम अपने राजनीतिक विरोधियों के हमले और उनके निंदा के अभियान से पूरी तरह वाकिफ है। यह सिलसिला पीढ़ियों से चला आ रहा है। यह और बात है कि ये लोग हमें कभी भी अपने रास्ते से हटा नहीं पाए। मौजूदा केंद्र सरकार अपने विरोधियों को जानबूझकर निशाना बना रही है और इसके लिए वो सरकारी एजेंसी का पूरी तरह से इस्तेमाल कर रही है। हम में से कोई भी डरने वाला नहीं है। इनके खिलाफ हमारी लड़ाई जारी रहेगी। कांग्रेस के सिद्धांतों, कांग्रेस के नीतियों और गरीबों के हितों की रक्षा के लिए हमारा संघर्ष जारी रहेगा।
मैं कानून का आदर करता हूं। मोदी जी झूठे इल्जाम लगवाते हैं और वो सोचते हैं कि विपक्ष झुक जाएगा। मैं हिंदुस्तान के हर नागरिक को बताना चाहता हूं कि मैं और कांग्रेस पार्टी नहीं झुकेंगे। मैं ये भी कहना चाहता हूं कि हम गरीब लोगों के लिए, कमजोर लोगों के लिए लड़ते रहेंगे। हम विपक्ष का काम करते रहेंगे और हम एक इंच पीछे नहीं जाएंगे।
We moved an application before the court on behalf of all the accused for grant of bail. The court was kind enough to grant bail without conditions, except for furnishing security in the sum of 50,000 rupees on behalf of each of the accused, which sureties were furnished. Dr. Swami urged the court that some conditions should be imposed on the travel of the accused out of India. The court declined that request and without conditions allowed us bail and further fixed the next date of hearing of 20th February at 2 o'clock in the afternoon when further proceedings.
Okay, defiance is the predominant mood in the Congress at the moment. Khushbu, the Congress spokesperson, is still with us. Our guests in the studio are also with us. I'm going to get comments with them on what's been this dramatic Saturday afternoon here in national politics. Khushbu, a quick response. Is this about defiance? Is this about the Congress party saying aggression is the best form of defense? You've been reduced to 44, 45 MPs in parliament. Therefore, now you believe that this is your moment to strike back and create this impression that the Congress party is down but not out. Khushbu, can you hear me? Khushbu, can you hear me? Okay, I don't think she can at the moment. Maybe the Congress party knows which questions to answer and which not. But I want to go to Smita Sharma, who's outside Rahul Gandhi's house at the moment. Smita, Rahul Gandhi, is he at any stage inclined to take questions from the media? Did you get a sense that the Gandhis don't want to take any questions? They believe it's all over and whatever has to be done will now be resumed in Parliament on Monday?
Well, you know, that aggression will definitely continue within Parliament. We've already seen the National Herald controversy sort of take this winter session of Parliament by a storm, and the kind of aggressive attitude that the Congress lobby has been displaying, with Sonia Gandhi, remember, invoking ki main Indira Gandhi ki bahu hu. Yesterday I was speaking to a couple of congressmen and they seem to suggest that while Sonia was of the opinion that today's procedure in court shouldn't be a political tamasha, it was Rahul who thought that this could be developed into a sort of a political confrontation with the government, with Congress, trying to play on the front foot here. So this is not the last of the words that we've heard. While he's not taken questions, he just took that one, when somebody else asked him about Modi's accusations, just as he was stepping out of the Congress office, he only said ki Congress Mukt Bharat kabhi nahi ho sakta hai. So I think that's one thing that both the Gandhis and Mr. Modi share in terms of not taking questions too often as far as scribes are concerned. But clearly, what was about to be about a procedure today in court, we saw that entire political show of strength happening, and nothing galvanizes the Congress cadres and the party better perhaps when it comes to defending the Gandhis.
That's right, and as you can see from Manmohan Singh, they've all been brought out. Octogenarian Manmohan Singh being brought out there, former Prime Minister being brought out there in defense of the Gandhi family, the entire phalanx of the Congress top leadership all there outside the party headquarters. The Congress determined in a sense to make this or choreograph this into a show of strength, no doubt about that. And clearly they believe that in Subramaniam Swamy they have someone whom they can target. He's a double-edged sword is their feeling, because if you put all your eggs in Subramaniam Swamy's basket, who knows which way he could turn next. Ashar Khan will be joining us from the Congress headquarters in a moment, and Anusha Soni from Patiala House. But gentlemen, Nalini, you've been here for a fairly long time. As we are winding down on what's happened today, the sense you get, give me a rough sense, Mr. Bhattacharya, how long will this National Herald proceeding go from? From your experience, a case like this drags on 5 years, 7 years, 10 years?
Rajdeep, this case is sure to drag on for at least 3 to 4 years.
Minimum 3 to 4
years, because this
3 to 4 more years?
3 to 4 more years, because there are procedural aspects. Lot of witnesses will have to be examined, witnesses will have to be cross-examined, and then all these kind of statements under the CRPC will be made, the final appearance, and then
but the case is not going anywhere. The case is not going anywhere.
Ultimately assuming,
yes.
Sorry for the interruption again.
Yes.
Ultimately assuming the one party wins. One party wins, obviously one party is going to win. The matter immediately goes to the higher appellate court, and in this is a matter of statutory right for the higher court, admit and stay. So that admittance stay means the case again goes in limbo for another 5 years. So
Tariq pe tariq, and that's why you lawyers. That's why you lawyers make more money than any of us, anyone else does. But
that is the unfortunate truth.
That's the unfortunate truth. Okay, I'm trying to get Khushbu back, but Kapil, your sense, the procedure is over. The merits of the case. What is the stage at which the merits will be argued?
So once, as we now understand that the documents have been supplied to the other side, so as far as we understand that the merits of the case would be from the next date itself, when there would be an argument on the charges, what charges shall be festered on the accused, and they would have the opportunity of making a prima facie, to meet the prima facie case against them. If they lose on that, thereafter would be the stage where they would examine or cross-examine the witnesses brought by the prosecution or the complainant, and then bring in their own defense witnesses.
Okay. Quick response, Nalini, before I take a break.
Just to say that the other shareholders who say that they have been done out and their consent was not taken for taking along the AGF shares and merging them into Young India, that they are also now going to come to the fore.
The likes of Shanti Bhushan, Markande Kaju. In Kaju's case, it's his grandfather who was a shareholder.
Indeed. And also I want to say that if you look at the original 1,000 something or 761 who are left, you have to see, and this is important for connoisseurs of politics, how dynasties are seeded very early. 40 years ago, Indira Gandhi, Feroz Gandhi, Vijay Lakshmi Pandit. Then you have friends, Madhav Rao Scindia, Vijay Raja Scindia at that time. So you don't have other dynasties whose,
Sure, but the National Herald was for the longest time seen as an extension of the Congress party. The question
did not own it.
And Pandit Nehru wanted it to remain a newspaper and a journal. He didn't want it to become a property.
Which is now being created.
But
yes.
I would say there was no single owner as far as Pandit Nehru was concerned. And after this, now you see that there are going to be massive owners of 2,000 crores. So there is
Point taken. Point taken. So those questions will be raised. Those questions will be raised. I'll come back to you, sir. I'll come back to you. Let me take a break. Come back with more. We'll try and see if we can go back to Khushbu to get a Congress perspective. Remember, all the top Congress leaders have come out today aggressively in defense of their leadership. They are interpreting bail almost as freedom, as if they've been declared innocent, which is not strictly true under the law. There is still a long battle to be fought. And Subramaniam Swamy, as I said, dangerous to put all your eggs in his basket, but also not someone to be messed around with. As one politician told me, you don't need Dr. Swamy as your enemy, you don't need him as your friend.